There's actually something that you don't get to see a lot of, but I'm fortunate enough to see it firsthand. He's someone who always finds time to help you think through a problem, to support you, and we at XM are so grateful to call him a friend and a partner, and I'm very grateful to call him a mentor and a friend. Please help me welcome Secretary Scout Besson.
Le ministre des Finances américain, le ministre de la trésorerie, comme on l'appelle.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here today. I am grateful to Chairman John Jovanovic for the invitation and the entire team of the Export-Import Bank for your important work on behalf of the American people and American business. John should probably be an Undersecretary of Treasury, but we let him go because he had the executive experience to manage a great agency like this. Economic security is national security, and thanks to President Trump's leadership, the United States has never been more secure. Never been more secure. For centuries, a nation's military has provided the foundation for its survival and served as the ultimate guarantor of its stability and prosperity. The United States remains the preeminent military power in the world, and our alliances have long served as a shield for our collective defense. But in the 21st century, security has evolved as the global economy has grown in size, speed, and interconnectedness. Today, our economic strength stands alongside our military as a pillar of America's national security. And alongside military alliances, we are building something just as vital on the economic front, an economic shield that protects supply chains, secures critical resources, and reinforces the resilience of the United States and our allies. At a time when international competitors are deploying state-backed financing and coordinated industrial strategies, we must do so as well, and with even greater strength and efficacy. President Trump is leading a long overdue economic rebalancing to ensure that American companies compete on fair terms in the international arena. Our administration's focus is on supporting exporters, enabling market access, and mitigating risks. Success in this endeavor depends on aligning our nation's innovation, production, and exports with international demand. Together with the U.S. Treasury, XM enables all three by translating our domestic economic strength into global economic security. Just as we stand by our allies militarily, President Trump and this administration are resolute in defending and advancing our shared economic interests. What we have witnessed over the past month with Iran's actions in the Strait of Hormuz demonstrate that the global economy is a central arena of competition. Roughly 20% of the world's energy supply passes through that narrow waterway each day. Iran has sought to threaten the strait and spike global energy prices, tighten supply chains, and exploit critical economic dependencies. This strategy underscores how supply chain resilience across key sectors, bolstered by domestic manufacturing and access to energy, capital, and technologies, plays a vital role in our security alongside conventional military capability. The pro-growth policies that President Trump has advanced since the beginning of his second term, especially those promoting energy abundance, have helped the United States withstand these recent shocks. Countries around the world want to buy their energy from a reliable partner to prevent critical choke points like we've seen in the Strait. Several key sectors to achieve true economic security. First, semiconductors. Advanced production remains highly concentrated and difficult to replicate, leaving supply chains vulnerable to disruption. While we have seen renewed momentum toward reshoring over the past year, Taiwan still produces 90% of the world's highest value chips. Second, pharmaceuticals. Supply chains remain overly reliant on foreign sources across the production lifecycle. People have the power to determine whether America leads or falls behind in the next decade. Your actions will make the difference. Through partnership across the administration, Treasury, XM, and our private sector counterparts, we can deliver a more prosperous future for the American people and American businesses. Thank you all for being here today, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
C'est dans le ministre de trésor, comme on l'appelle ici, américain, qui venait de s'exprimer là. Je crois en français on peut l'appeler ministre des Finances, qui venait de s'exprimer là, et je crois que c'est l'un des derniers qui va prendre la parole ici. Après mon Afrique, pas tout le monde bougera, nous y serons pour vous comme on vous a dit. Très belle conférence en 2 jours, très très belle table ronde, beaucoup de renseignements, informations et tout ont été partagés ici. Très beau dîner, très belle soirée hier soir pour les antécédents. On va clôturer.
You heard it here from Secretary Ministre. The American economy is indeed at an inflection point that we believe will shape and define the next few decades to come. And so, over the course of the past 2 days, you've been here, you've listened, you've spoken, you've worked with each other, you've hopefully met new people, and our sincerest wish is that you found new ways to partner, not just with XM, but with each other. I think what Secretary Besson said is really important. You are going to determine whether America leads or whether we have to follow. And although we're drawing our time together to a close here, this is actually just the end of the beginning. And our sincerest hope is over next year, before we convene here again in 2027, Melissa, we can start planning now, is that you find more opportunities for your companies to win in new markets around the globe. That if you're an American energy producer or provider of American technology, let us help bring what you produce here to other corners of the globe. If you face the supply chain insecurity that we know looms over us, if you have a solution, if you're a miner, if you're a refiner, if you're a processor, if you're a capital provider to supply chain security, come work with us. Let's partner. And last but not least, if you're an innovator, if you're helping shape one of the industries of the future, whether it's artificial intelligence, advanced mobility, let's do it together. And last but not least, I know we've talked a lot about getting done. We'll see you next time.
C'est donc fini ici aujourd'hui avec Exim Bank 2026. C'est fini 2026 Exim Bank, rendez-vous en 2027. Très très belle conférence. Je vais parler avec les gens de Boeing qui était l'un des partenaires ici à Exim Bank.